What's up? Good morning. What's up, Peter? What's up, Norcell? What's up, Kyle? Okay. Market's heating up for sure. Market is definitely heating up. EZTR taking the lead here, up 220%. So let's not get overwhelmed. Let's stay calm, cool, and collected for sure. There'll definitely be opportunity today. Today might not be the day to walk away early, but to stay in fights. Because there'll likely be opportunity all day long, similar to what we had yesterday. Yesterday, we had some great opportunity on the MIRA. And that really, continued throughout the whole day. There was opportunity on MIRA the whole day. And then prior to that, the day before, on Friday, we had SCRV. SCRV making a really big move from 2 to 13, really kicking off the momentum. So we are seeing that this is continuing, which is good, which is definitely good. There's a lot popping up today, so we want to make sure that we are on our toes because attention is constantly shifting right now. I've been up since 7 a.m. Eastern time, and I've just been kind of just flipping through the gappers. I took a couple trades in small green right now, but I traded stocks from first started up was GPAK, and this one made a huge move, but gave back most of its gains, and then shifted over to WNRT, WRNRT. This one made a decent move, but then the attention shifted away from this one to ATPC. ATPC started popping up, but then you can see we're giving back so much of the move, which is likely due, since there's so many stocks popping up, attention is dispersed. AZTR seems to be the one with the most attention right now. Doesn't mean it'll continue to be that way. So we always have to be ready to adapt. Because if you're trading the stock, let's say, we're trading this front side, trading this front side, trading this front side, and we start seeing a pullback like we are right now, something else could be popping up while we're trading the backside of the AZTR, losing money, and this thing never curls back up. Meanwhile, the other stock that all of a sudden just starts getting attention is now ripping 100%, 200%, 300%, and you're the guy trying to trade backside after the move already happened here on AZTR. That could possibly happen here, but this could also be the sustained winner for the day as well, like we saw on MIRA. So we just gotta take it as it comes, take it moment by moment, and trust our decision making. And opportunity always costs. Opportunity definitely always costs, like RT likes to say. What's up, LB? Mig11, good morning. Baja Express had a $2 winner on AZTR. Very nice. $2. Very good. Geez, didn't even see AZTR till now. Yeah. I didn't trade it. I didn't see it until about, this area here. At this point, I thought it was extended. It did look good, though, with the bottoming tail here. Nice bull flag continuation up to 550. Crazy. Pretty crazy. Remember, you washed your hands in the toilet. You're leveling up, Bretta. Keep it up. I don't remember washing my hands in the toilet, but yeah, I don't remember. Oh no, this was years ago. This was years ago. I forget what happened. I didn't wash my hands in the toilet though. I forget what happened. I don't know. I definitely did not wash my hands in the toilet. I forget what you're referring to. No idea. ADIL looks decent also. Go Brettas. I think you could be referring to when I picked up dog poop, but there was a hole in the bag, so I actually just picked up dog poop with my bare hands. I think that's maybe what you're referring to. But yeah, let's take a look here. AZTR at the news. So looks like AZTR intellectual property portfolio, newly granted and allowed patents. So patent news, usually pretty decent. And so far we've seen a decent move. So take a look at the larger time frame. So what happened here on 7/1? So it looks like on July 1st, filed for a mixed shelf offering up to $50 million. Okay, so it looks like it did have a 1-for-30 stock split. So this is why we have this chart here. So there's a 1-for-30 stock split. Previously, it was reverse stock split. So looks like it was trading down here at $5. Then we had a reverse stock split up to 140. Is that true? Then how did it get back down to $5? It's a little confusing. Usually it doesn't work like this, but unless they like canceled the stock split, unless they were like doing the stock split and then they canceled it. But yeah, this is kind of confusing. But either way, I mean, the stock is still moving. I guess it's not that important. As far as levels go, let's see here. So we're going to have a level here at about 615 to 8. I mean, this thing definitely has room for sure. This thing's definitely gonna have some room. Then we have up to 7. Then we have up to 836. Then after 836, after 836, 872, and then it's just like a nice window here, or a nice gap, overnight gap. Promise you, there's no story time video. No supporter just showing how far it came. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was when I was barely making anything. Slightly profitable, very small edge. But yeah, thanks for sticking along for the ride addedly. I appreciate it. Appreciate your support. Good morning, Drew. Good morning, Yaguari. Alan, good morning. ADL about to make big moves. Here, calling it now. So AZTR, we also got to make sure these stocks are able to be traded. What the heck is this? It is funny. So this is what RT put in the Discord. This is a picture of Ross. It says, "Buy the dip, idiot," by Ross Cameron. That's something he would say. Buy the dip, idiot. Or it's something he would say to himself. That's funny. Okay, so let's check the float here for these stocks here. We got AZTR. So the float on AZTR is 700K, 700,000 shares. That's nothing. That float is insanely small. Holy smokes. So definitely has potential to keep on going. Oh, it's yeah, you're right. It says buy the top. That's right. I must have misread that. Yeah, it says buy the top, idiot. That makes it even more funny. But anyways, AZTR holding up. Is it going to continue from here? It's a very high holding bull flag. Very high holding here. What's up, General CJ? So next stock that I like is ADIL. ADIL has news. It's trading higher after company announced advanced into the second cohort and commenced dosing for the pharmacokinetic study of AD04 for alcohol use disorder. So it's the drug, I guess, for alcohol use disorder. Has news. It is very volatile. You can see with the topping tails. Massive, decent backside here from 185 without any significant bounce. From 185 down to 147. Which, you know, something that we should be aware of. It is a 4 million share float. So it does have that short supply that we're looking for. Has news on the day. Looks like we have a clear level here around 192. That would be nice to see break. 192, maybe up to 2. And then we have a decent room, maybe up to 260, 265. I think the ADIL has potential, but it's definitely going to have its risks. But I will definitely trade it if it does pop up. How much else the percent chance about ADZR? AZTR. I mean, we're up like 200%. It could continue higher. It does have a very short supply. It has news. I mean, it ticks all the boxes. The only thing, it's already made such a big move that it's definitely going to be questionable if it's just going to rip right out of the gates, or we may likely get a huge dip. We might get a huge dip before the eventual rip, if it does rip. It's rare that we see a huge move, get that opening surge, hold higher, and just continue higher from there after we've already seen a 220% move. We may see the opening surge, but it may, not be able to hold those highs without any sort of trap on the short side. Because if you have to think of it like the shorts being trapped, it gives it fuel for the next move up. That's how you have to think about it. So if we're constantly consolidating high without any really significant bait to kind of trap shorts, it's likely eventually that it'll eventually happen as it gets higher and higher. So, maybe I'd like to see a decent dip at the open and then the eventual curl, because, then you'd be able to trap shorts that thinking it's going to fade, and then we start to inch up until the eventual just nice pop through the high. So that's kind of my analysis on AZTR. The next leading gapper is WRNT, which I did like it in this area, but we just literally flashed down from 92 down to 73 cents, which pretty much just triggered the backside. But it did look good in this area around 8. I remember watching it, we had decent volume, but man, this thing dumped. Maybe we'll see a retest of VWAP, but I'm not too hopeful here on WRNT. It doesn't have any news, but I'll put an alert up at the highs again, up above VWAP if it does happen. What's up, Trap Trader? GPAC, this one's no news. Gapper as well, penny stock. I did trade it in this area. I was able to get some small green, but did get chopped around in this area looking for that potential move back to the highs, or attempt to move back to the highs, but still net green. Now volume is fading. You can see volume fading. There's no news on it, and it's likely done. But I will put on an alert if it does happen to become resuscitated from the grave. So last but not least, oh yeah, so the news the most recent news is that if you have a margin account, if you're from TD Ameritrade that got transitioned over to Charles Schwab, and you have a margin account, like you're over 25K over PDT, then those emails of being warned about the 90-day ban for securities, trading securities with unsettled funds or without or on borrowed funds on a stock that has no margin available, like SCRV. Apparently we should just ignore them. Apparently we could have just traded SCRV and been fine. So, which, it's good to know now, but it would have been nice to know that before this huge move. But apparently, if you're someone who's been transitioned from TD over to Schwab, they're going to continue to keep the rules from TOS, and then there is no non-marginable securities that you can't trade as long as you have over PDT. And if you do get warned, they say just ignore it. But it would be nice that if they could let us know without giving us those warnings, because we were thinking literally we'd get that 90-day ban, when in fact we should have just ignored it. But apparently that's what Tim Trading with Tim said after he contacted support. So we no longer have to worry about that, which I guess is pretty good. I guess that's good. Good news. So main watch, AZTR, and ADIL. ATPC, what's this one doing? Penny stock. This one has no news on it either, right? Yep, no news. I was eyeing up CrowdStrike. So CrowdStrike making another decent leg down. And now it's officially 33% off. So I did buy some small size in the retirement account for a swing trade potentially, or even just a long-term hold. Definitely is risky since they're going through potential lawsuits over the CrowdStrike issue, but I'm pretty optimistic on the long-term outlook, and I think this could be a decent buy, in my opinion, for long-term, not for day trading, but for long-term swing trade kind of thing. Their revenue was increasing consistently for the past few years, and I think they can recover from this. But it's not without its risks, of course. Everything is risky. I have a funny feeling that SOAR rips at the open because it hasn't had an intraday session yet since after hours rip. Could be wrong. Well, SOAR. Let's take a look. I mean, it could. Actually, it could. We've seen it happen before. I'll put an alert on it. But we are opening up near lows. Let's see here. If that's new, what's the news is again? Bellotto Group program additional different benefits as industry fractional program revenue share returns $8 million to owners since inception. They just update their fractional program with additional differentiated benefits. Only industry fractional program with revenue share returns $8.5 million to owners since inception. I don't know if it's a good catalyst. Never really seen anything like this. But it looks like they just updated their revenue share program. I don't think it's all that good of a catalyst, to be honest with you, but who knows? Could be surprised. The after hours rip was off no news, basically. Yeah. I wouldn't put this at the top of my list, but it'll be on the list at the bottom end. So AZTR is still holding up. As you guys are tuning into your own trading, make sure you drop that like button and subscribe if you're new. But let's see. Yeah. Easy, General CJ. That's about my my watch list as well. I think you're right. I think AZTR would be nice to see at least. What's the 5-minute chart looking like? Yeah, I'd like to see a retest here of VWAP in the 5-minute 9 EMA. I think it would be a little risky buying near highs in this area, but if the market's hot, it could be worth it to take the trade. Let's see what MIRA is doing here. I mean, MRIA is still in a decent area where we could see continuation. The halt bands will be wider since it closed above 75 cents yesterday. So it could give a lot more range today. It's in a decent area. We're holding support, key levels. I would say it's not impossible to see a day 2 on it. So I will put an alert. I'll put an alert above this range here, above this pivot. If it can be strong out of the breakout of this pivot, then I'll definitely be aggressive. So there's a lot moving today. Stay calm, cool, and collected. Be ready to adapt. The flip of a coin, the snap of fingers, because the tension is constantly shifting. The tension is constantly shifting, and we cannot be the one left in the dust. So, and also sometimes on this type of day, sometimes it's better to hang tight for the first few minutes till something really starts to show itself, because also there's a lot moving. So, good luck. Good luck. Stay safe. And I'll catch you guys later. Drop that like button. All right. Peace.